Ah, hmm. Hi. Oh, hello. We're starting to get going. Replays. Did you have a nice Christmas? I had a fair bit to drink. Just myself and one of the mates, and that was it. Spoke to a few people, but that's just what I do. Uh, hello from Derby. I've been doing there. I do go to England occasionally. Anita. Sorry, dear, I won't pronounce your second name. Ah, somebody for Bulgaria. Been reading a lot about Bulgaria recently. I don't know why. Oh, you know what that noise is, don't you? It's me getting myself sorted. Ah, now here's how to pour a Guinness. Put it upside down and just slowly bring it up. Frankie from Massachusetts. Uh, a Spanish chap. Uh, how did you like that? Eh? Yes, if a can's got a widget in it, you can do it like that. Mm. Something for Indonesia. That is a bit far away from here. And Dave for Bolton. Uh, I've got relations down in Manchester, just next to you. I was actually meant to be down there earlier in the week, but that's another story. Uh, like brandy. Come on. You've been watching my videos. You know I don't like the bloody stuff. It's one of the few alcohols it don't really sit well with me. But mind you, I've had my stomach fixed. I might be able to drink it now. I'll give it another try. Hmm. Replay. Hi, from Herefordshire. I think that's south of the border. Ah, Christ there, John Fairvan. I've been to Irvine a few times. Uh, I might have even camped down on the foreshore with the van. In fact, I'll tell you something. I'll be camping down there at some time this year. Uh, somebody for let's see. Hi, hey there. Morning from Utah. I believe that's on the other side of that big pond. Hi, Dave. Long time no hear. Nice drop of rum. Aye, I've made a few nice drops of rum in my time. You notice the maid. My grandfather used to make rum, and he had a still. It was totally illegal back then, and there's many stories about the run-ins that he had with powers that be. and the people that tipped them off when they were about, strangely enough, it was other people in authority. Anyway, I got his recipe, but I use the recipe that you get in the more modern stuff with air still. As long as you don't sell it, you're all right. You always get some idiot that sells it. The powers that be been turning a blind eye to people doing a wee bit of distilling in their house for long enough. You can buy all the equipment and all the bits and pieces. Costs you about just above £200 to set someone up, and the stuff that you're getting out of it is quality. Not so much the whiskies, but everything else. And you can make all these fancy things, and it's cheap. What's it about £3 a bottle? California. Yeah, and my mate Paul, he's in there. He's just turned up. Uh, he Paul got my old wood burner for my hot tent. I hope he's had a few adventures with it. The midges a big issue when you go camping in the summer. Of course, they bloody are. In Scotland, you've got to be careful. Keep away from rivers. Keep away from water sources. Uh, and use something. There's lots of sprays there. I use the Avon one, but keep away from the rivers and keep away from bogs and anywhere where there's water. You'll be all right. Ah, Paul, you were out last night. Aye, at the usual bit. That's a beautiful bit we've got there. Hello for the Philippines. And Willow Ashley is saying hello. Little Jude, I see you. I don't know what that's about. She's being silly, as you can see. She just keeps banging out something. She'll get sick eventually. Anyway, I'm recording all this, and I can report all these links if people get out of hand. I think she has. Oh, goodness. Ah! Morag wants me to play with her ball. I am quite well, brutal. I'm quite well. I've had a bad year with it, as you know, but the only thing I'm having trouble with now is my legs. But I've been getting treatment for the doctor, and basically there's a lot of poison going about. My legs are swelled up. That would be a couple of months back. And since I've had into the doctor, my health's totally improved. I'm sleeping like a normal person, and it's a great difference, and I've got more energy. I think maybe what was wrong with my legs has been putting poison through my body. What time is it here? 7:15. What's that? Oh, go away, bloody dog! Coming up for 1700 hours. Do you speak a bit of Gaelic? Only a very bit. No fully. I was conversational. I had 100 words at one time, and there's a nice story about that. I'll pick that up at one night. I and Morag's okay. The little buggers. Here, come up here. Come on, have you come? No, she's just been a bloody pest. if she's bringing the ball back to me and running about like an idiot. Uh, Frankie, you're on the whiskey. Thanks. Always like drinking in company. Mm. Ah, I'm all set for the new year. You bet. I might go to one party, but I won't go to the one in the pub on New Year's Day because it's too much here. It's too crowded. You're sitting down and somebody's almost sitting on your knee. It's that, yeah, it's just too crowded. But I'll have plenty of beers in here. Uh, I'll try to look after myself, but I've got too many vices. The only vice I've not got is women. I might be able to fix that. I might even, hey, I'm going back to the pipe. You're a fuck up Bairn Falithky. You can't meddle with the. What's it they say about Falkirk? Meddling with Bairn say Falkirk. My father's from Winchbury. So, oh, hey, that's going to be a burn when you try to remember that poem. But Lithky, that's where the black bitch is for. I used to go out with her. I hope she's listening. What was my Christmas scran? For you people abroad, scran means food. Oh, uh, started with Bailey's, that's the drink. Prawn cocktail, hit the spumante, that's a liquid. Full chicken, sprouts, and roast potatoes. And then we'll hit the Christmas pudding, and then we'll hit the port. We destroyed a bottle of port. Oh yeah, it was a good one. Where's my next camping? Uh, I'm at the moment. I've got a lot of work stuff on. As you know, I work for listening here. Well, I volunteer, and I've got a thing with them on Monday. I'm hoping to go out next week. I'm going to do a walk. In fact, I'll put a walk up on Saturday. It's just a walk around the village, unless someone else comes up, of course. No, it's Sunday, isn't it? I'll, I'll, I'll put something up on the Wednesday. Uh, and then I'm going to do a camp in one of the places that we shouldn't take camper vans to. Just to let you see, I'll get there with my wee van. They bother, get back. But I'm going to do that. Hello from Johannesburg, South Africa. Hello there. You know something? I nearly ended up moving there. It's a long story. It was when I was looking at a retirement. One of my mates retired there. We had enough money. Hopefully I had a wee curry. That's an idea. I feel like doing a run up to one of the better curry houses. And Stevie J is chucked a donation in. Hi Stevie. Yeah, hello Irene. Anytime, Stevie. You just want me. give you a hello for anybody. I hope yous are all well. I hope you're enjoying this night. Quiet Sunday night. It's right in the middle of all the hilarities. Uh, I've been resting my body. I've not been eating that much. I've been drinking a lot of iron brew and barley waters and that, just to get my body back to normal. I was absolutely burnt out with the bevy. Oh, it was terrible. Let's see. Where now? Where now? Where now? I wondered where he was. That's my reindeer. Santa left it. Somebody likes our country. I think he's Spanish. What's not to like about Scotland? You know, it's a great place. Lots to see, nice and quiet at the moment. Too many bloody camper vans. You know, you all seem to go the same place. Split it up a bit. Spread your money around. Well, like you. The Scots will like you even more if you spread your money around. Right, Monaghan, try the corn yard curry. I don't know where that is, but I'll take a note of that. I'm always up for new things. Baby burn. It wasn't a baby burn. We just had too much to eat and drink. I need to get my body back, you know, so I can get to the starting line for the next lot of celebrations. Because we'll probably hit the pub on Old Year's night. But I've got another mega meal on my own this time on New Year's Day. Hmm. It's all right. I don't need to worry about going through that too fast. I've got another one down there. And if I go through that door over there, there's half a dozen. I had somebody for Body Dundee. Film. Aye. Remember Dundee well. I used to go well last for there. Aye, but I should have lived up in Aberdeen first. Aye, Michty, aye. That was many years ago. Christ, how many? 60? No, not quite. I'd hear somebody came in for Greenland. I didn't realise they had internet in Greenland. And Tessa from Denmark. There's a few ladies from Denmark on on my site. I was talking to one about the habit over there. Even ladies smoke pipes in Denmark. One in any camps for the Densom Ranger? Oh, aye. Uh, we'll meet up at some point. Uh, I'll try to talk him into going down to Newton campsite again. By the way, anybody want to start camping or caravan, go to Newton campsite. There's very few facilities. Hey, it's a bloody lovely place. That's somebody from Australia. It's 4:45 on a Monday morning in Australia. And about to walk his dogs with a kid in a pram. Oh, ah, Savannah, you've got the life. I'd like to be there. You know, all that nice sunshine. That would be something. Aye, Brookle. It's a lovely bit. Up north is lovely as well, but it's getting a wee bit crowded. we get a wee bit crowded. So this is one of the reasons that I'm showing the camper van fillies all the different spots so they're spread out a bit down here. We didn't want to get in like the problems they're having up on the NC 500. Let's see. Have you ever been to Arbroath, aye? I used to repair cash control equipment and we did the Arbroath Co-op. So every time I went up to Arbroath, I used to get the smokies. I, used to go to somebody's backyard, and if they weren't there, you just took them and put some money in a dish. As you've gathered, that wasn't yesterday. I'm thinking, bugger, I just got bit. Uh, that would be a good 55 year ago. Uh, Somebody for Epsom in Surrey. I had relations. I think I've still got relations in Sussex. Well, hey, second and third cousins anyway. Oh, my first cousin, stays in Arundel, but that's in Sussex. That's out of the border for you. And Barbara from Kenya, wishing me all the best for the season. Now, there's another place that, by the way, I don't even have a passport. I've never had a passport since I first got married. And that was only a temporary one. Basically, I never had the money to travel, and I'm too old now with illnesses and that. But Kenya would have been on my bucket list. Some of my friends have been there to say it's lovely. Barbara, you've got a nice spot to live in. Ah, the guy, it's been in Blas de Liso. I don't know what it means. El Terror de the terror in English, I think that is. I don't speak Spanish. I just, single words. I think it's for Catalina and Spain. JSK. No passport. I don't need a bloody passport. Look at where I can go in Scotland. I can enjoy Scotland. I'm not worrying about language. Although I do have other languages, but that's to do with my ex-work. I No, no, no. I've been tempted. I've been tempted. I'll be honest. I've been tempted to go to one of these Spanish things. Or wherever they're all inclusive, and sit there and bevy and feed and lie in the sun for 10 days. Don't really know. I could rather go up and find a loch and just sit there with a good carry out and a load of firewood. Ah, here's Savannah taking the mick again. She's telling us it's going to be 30 degrees Celsius today in Sydney. You're taking the mick, doll. You've been to Inverness and Edinburgh. Well, originally I was brought up in Edinburgh and I've visited Inverness quite a few times. They say they speak the best English in the whole of Great Britain. I don't know. Anytime I was up there, I was all interested in the boozers. Sorry, the pubs. Lilo 41. Yeah, they don't have a passport either. Uh, I don't know if we can still get into Southern Ireland without a passport. Probably can. I've been into Southern Ireland. I spent a holiday there, driving around. Aye, and I got into a bloody armed incident on the way back. I got waved through and given a salute. Thank God. Fraser, have I bought a windproof Mac yet? Uh, what's my gear's windproof? I do have windproof stuff that's just windproof. Stuff that I used for now. I bought when I was thinking of getting back into fishing. Yeah, I've got windproof stuff. You need it up here. Basically, if you've got something that's windproof, it's the wind that can knock you off with the chill factor. That's what I find anyway. I I find it very difficult with the chill factor. You ever visited South Queens Ferry? Oh, aye. Used to live in the ferry. I ken the ferry well. Uh, in fact, I'll be going there in February. I've got some relations coming up and want to go to the brig. I'll take them over the first road brig. They want to put a lock on the thing. I ken the ferry well. I've even done the, is it Christmas or Boxing Day swim when I was young, mad, and stupid. It's a lovely place, by the way. It's Auchenlarry, Auchenleary. Is it still good? I my I'll call them my cousins from Manchester. What is she? She's my cousin's daughter. So that makes her my second cousin. Still call my uncle Pat. They go there every year in the swear bit, and I've been in there with them. It is excellent. They've also got a Facebook page, and if there's any grumbles, the folk put it up. Have a look at it, see what you think. But I think it won something last year, did it not? Just, I've never been there. Uh, my van isn't illegal for caravan sites because it's not got a window on the side. So I've been told, I didn't know that. It's one of my friends told me, seemed to be up on it. And van life, vermin control all in one. We don't need passports when we live in Scotland. One of the most beautiful places in the world, right on the doorstep. How are you there, brother? Aye. Although I might have to go to confession. I did go to England this year and I had a great time. I went over to Eyemouth, which isn't in England, and then I went down to Lindisfarne, the Holy Island, and I stayed the night there. I don't think anybody noticed. Lovely, lovely. And then I went somewhere else, can't remember where. But what also I don't like about England, by the way, your beer's good, uh, but the prices in your car parks, you're taking a bloody mick. That was terrible. Everywhere you went, what a tenner or something like that. You can do with that. They'll get a false set of number plates. And then if you flimmin' book me, it doesn't come to me. You listening, Polis? English Polis, are you listening? Huh? Do you like having to pay flimmin' these blinking parking charges as well? I bet you didn't tell them where you're going. Right, Fraser, if we bump in, uh, when I'm next in here, I've tried a couple of curry houses in here. I want to know if there's any others. The one on the Esplanade, well, I was there at dinner time. It didn't spark, and I was in their other place, which I've been in before. If there's any other curry houses in here, I'd be interested because there's someplace I've got you have to go back to at some time. I mean, so that beach is fantastic. You can walk along there. It's just bra. Hi, Paul. I said earlier, I've got two things planned. Wait a minute, I'll get flame on my feet up. I've got two things planned. I've got a walk planned, but there'll be a bit of script where I'll have to fix that out tomorrow. And then I'm going to do a one nighter in a place that bigger vans kind of get into just to demonstrate how stupid it is to take these big vans into these places. Uh, and that'll give me a wee breathing to get my mind sorted. It's been quite I was going to say painful time for me, but I lost somebody. And, I've been off my game a wee bit the last couple of weeks. Uh, and Christmas, to be honest, just gets on top of me. It's really easy to drink. You're going to be like a stuffed bloody pig. But yeah, I'll be back to normal the second or third week. And I'll be doing more distances once the weather's better. I'm also planning what I'm going to do in the van. That'll be another one. Here's Lilo 41. He doesn't like the parking either. They're a bunch of numpties. Ah, can I buy you a tartan bib? Aye, so you've guessed it, I use a bib. Stuff's still here now. Yeah, I'm up for it, mate, anytime. I do for cleanliness. And I'm a sleister old git, so I do have a bit. Somebody knowledge, love the pipe, keep up the good work. They sent me 100 RON, whatever that is. I'm not sure. I, I can't even identify the country. Uh, Africa, Asia. It's one of the two. Let's celebrate there. Aye. Right, this live stream. I did book it and I put stuff up, but I couldn't get the bloody thing to work. So I came in another way. And that's what I'm going to do in future. I was amazed when it clicked through. Also, there's a point I don't use it that much, so it's going to, if I don't use it that much, I'm going to have bother. Remember, come on, at my time in life, uh, no NXY said, "Happy New Year in advance," and a good one to you, my friend. Oh, wow. I've not been drinking Guinness recently. I've been on wine, and I got 4 bottles of port I had a card from the co-op. That's one of the cooperative society, one of the shopping groups, and they decided they were going to close it. There was about 50 quid on it that I've saved over the years. It was even mentioned in my will. My daughter was told to grab it and get herself a bevy, but she's not getting it. The co-op's taken them back, and I got 4 bottles of port out of it. Paul, you're saying the, the tie in Prestwick. Now, I think I know where that is. Because again, Prestwick's got I believe they've got a good foreshore for camping on. There's probably a lot of idiots down there, but I just lock the van door and they can be idiots. That's a good thing about having a van. If they try to damage it, I'm not worried. And I can get into the front if I get any trouble. I'll just run the buggers out. Aye, you heard that. Anybody gives me a hassle, I'll run them over. And that isn't a joke. You leave people alone. I've, I've not really had any direct bother. I had bother at one place, but the idiots were just making a noise, just showing off. But I didn't react with them. Old fella, you're local, I know that. You were saying your grand took you in the 60s to watch the men doing quoits on a ring. Now, quoits are a quoiting green as it was. It's like horseshoes to you folk in America. And there was usually a fair bit of gambling at these things. My father's family were miners, so they knew all about that. And I never actually saw one, but I knew about it. I think I've actually played quoits. With some of my tenants, I played quoits. They were at a jamboree, and I was sort of looking after them. Hi, David. I wish the younger ones would get outdoors. It's a good hobby, and it gets you away from this bloody computer. Uh, a wee bit of exercise, and you can enjoy yourself still. Yeah, well, enjoy yourself anyway, but it doesn't cost that much money. I don't know how much it costs to go out the bevy now for a night. I, up the toon bevy for the youngins when they go, because they get overcharged for drinking these places. When I go up to Edinburgh, I go out with my mate, which is he's a bit younger, and we go to some of these places. It's just a bloody rip-off. But you know, if you've got to socialise the youngins, I've got to go there. You've got to accept that. Uh, and as to get through that, and they start to cool down, they start to look for other things. You've got to have your mad time going to the boozers and out dancing and socialising, I'll say, not chasing members of the other sex. I bet you bloody do. I did. Anyway, what's here? Any plans to wander further afield? That's out the Lake District. Let's see what happens. I want to travel a wee bit more because if I go, I can take Morag with me and I can put Brendan, who is just sitting over there in his toy. Uh, yeah, I can put him in the category. Yeah, I wish the youngins would get out there. I'm not going to try to go to plotting. Well, Ellen, think you mean Plockton. If I go to Plockton, it'll be before these big white fridges on wheels start blocking the road. That's why I didn't. Well, there's two reasons I didn't go up the last time. I was going to take the Tartan camper van up, but I wasn't sure he driving it. I and my mate got put off the road when he was up there. So I've got to be honest. Yeah, I'd like to try it, but it will be when it's no busy waiting on this bloody dog. Ah, aye, I Paul, the bit down Prestwick Shore. That's what I was looking at. Uh, wee bit windy, got a curry, sit outside and just chill. Uh, that's one of the camper vans use, isn't it? But of course, I'm just a commercial vehicle. That's what it looks like. Uh, aye, that's what it looks like. That's okay, Elaine. I saw what it was. I knew that you were thinking of Plockton because it's the only place like that I've always said I'd like to go to and do the Hamish Macbeth trail. Aye, and there's nobody doing that up there. There's somebody could make a bit of money taking folk on the Hamish Macbeth trail. Just spin a few yarns. I don't know why people don't do that. We've got the we've got the Wicker Man down here, and nobody has tried to do a professional trail. And there's loads of sort of stuff that I know. Some of it's censored because it took place from people who were there, not all the antics that they got up to and truths. uh, Somebody remind me about that. I think there's one I can tell. My favourite spirit, I would like to say it's whiskey, but I'm trying to be open minded. Yes, I do have a collection of whiskies. I've got a collection of about 15, 20 whiskies. And occasionally I have one, but recently I've been finding it's more occasionally. I've been going for fortified wine. Like I've hammered these bottles of port that I bought, and I do like the Buckfast. Yes, I like the Buckfast, but I'm not a knuckle dragger. For those who don't know, Buckfast is a tonic wine, allegedly made by monks from using the honey from their bees. And all the idiots in certain places drink it because it's strong. And it's what's considered in Scotland a Bamsdram, because only bampots and idiots drink it. So it's got a bad reputation, which as somebody who likes wine, and it's the one time abroad I was on a wine tour, I actually like this stuff. Of course, I was a beekeeper at one time, so yeah. Uh, Best place to let the dog loose. Ah, I've been in so many. Round here, the beach, There's nothing that they can chase. Uh, okay, they can chase the seagulls and the crows, but I've never saw one catch one yet. They're too fly. Aye, really fly. They get up flighty time. And I can actually tell if a beach is well walked with dogs or not. Because if it's well walked, you can't get close to the birds. But if it's no walked often, the dog can get much closer to the birds. Somebody watch. Uh, a number of parts, but if you're going into a place, just make sure there's no sheep about. Uh, and make sure that you're. It's up to you and your dog. If your dog doesn't come back, or can't be stopped, just watch where you let it run. I've got a friend, and we had a wee bit of a problem with one of her dogs. It couldn't stop, but it's not fair to talk about that. Nice dog. Have I visited any Asian countries? I've only been as far out of the UK once, and that was to go to Germany for a wine tasting for our honeymoon. I would love to go to some of these foreign countries, but health wise now, I just can't do it. Look at this. Come on, get it. Yeah. If I get any more of that, she's getting locked next door. Morag, how old are you, Hen? I got, I think she's 11, 10 or 11. What year's this? I think she'll be 10 this year. I think she was born late. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think she was born late 2012. Laurie G, hello. Hey, hi, Paul. Can you get the big vans through the Prestwick show? I'll tell you, when I was doing it Ayr and I went to that other place for the castle, I can't remember the name of it, something shore. They had a barrier and I got through no bother. But sure, saw the looks I got for the locals. Uh, I think I annoyed them a wee bit. Did I care? I was waiting on them saying something, but none of them had the guts. I would have just tell them where to go to anyway. What's my plans for the new year? Ah, well, the plans for the next few seconds is to get the bloody dog through there at the rod. Ah, go away and sit down. New year. Well, as I said, I might go to the pub on New Year's Eve, but I've been invited for a meal. Thought, oh, I hope it's New Year's Eve. Because if it's no, I I wouldn't be in the pub after that until the following Monday because I'm not getting involved in that. I'm too old and fragile for that sort of thing. I'll sit here and have a quiet drink, and maybe a friend will come in. They're welcome. Elaine, she's got an 8-month-old retriever called Albie. That'll be good. Give me a shout. Uh, Take it you'll be up again. 8-month-old retriever. God, they'll go bloody mad. Your most scariest nightmare out camping? Ah, I've slept in some spooky places, but that doesn't bother me. It's scary. I had a bunch of idiots outside my caravan one night. Or outside, it was when I had the van. I had a bunch of them, but I just didn't let on. And none of them tried the door. I was hoping they were. I fancied a wee bit of entertainment. The first few times I took the van out, why? Uh, I've been in some windy places, but if you're in a van of any sort, if it's windy, get the jacks up and get, somewhere safer. There's always somewhere safer. Maybe drawn up the side of a building for the night. If it's early hours, nobody will see you doing it. But getting close to the road. Uh, I've not had much bother with the spooky thing. Probably because some of you know what my religious background is. Spooks didn't bother me. I'm just liable to commute with them. Thanks, Elaine. What's one good thing you'd take in every camping outdoors? That's a hard one because I don't know what angle you're coming from. Uh, there's many different things, but one of the most important things is a decent sleeping bag. And I'll say it time and time again. In this country, you can go into eBay and you can get an ex-army sleeping bag. Now, they're big, they're bulky, they're heavy. But if you're not going to be far away from your car, it's the best sleeping bag I'll ever get. They're called the Bouncing Betty. It's the best sleeping bag I'll ever get. And it only costs you 30, £40. So there's a thing. Only thing I'd say is take food with you. When you take food that you can cook, know something new. Well, the reason for that is if you take something you can cook and something you're used to eating, that's important that you're used to eating. You won't get any trouble with your stomach and you'll get plenty of vitamins and you won't be hungry. You won't burn it. I've done that. Right. Ah, Betsy Dean, can I get real smoke honey's near Garrison? Definitely not. Uh, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I think the fish van has stopped coming round on the regular basis. Like when you were at the caravan site of that, it used to come round. I can't remember the day. It might have had them. Uh, but strangely enough, I think you might actually get them in Morrison's in Stranraer, or on the way in. You bloody dog. In Castle Douglas, there's a Tesco's there, and they've got a fish counter as well. Uh, I've never tried getting them down here. I plan ahead or do I go with the flow? Both. I like to plan ahead for anything big. If I say plan ahead, I've got everything round about me. I've got too much junk in this house. I plan ahead, it might be 2 or 3 days, maybe four, unless we're doing something bigger where I have to organise a cattery for Brendan. I but the the van is usually pretty well set up. I might say when I come back for a thing, I take the power banks out. I I use what's in let me power anything. I'll power all my cameras up. I and any lighting and my radios, and that's all done in the first 24 hours after I come back and clean anything that's needed. And the van's just lying there. Okay, but then I'll have put the power banks back in and anything. The cameras will be kept in the house. If I get up in the morning, find I've nothing to do, I could just jump in the van and go. There's loads of places I'd love to go. Just jump in. Away now you're off to Oban for the bells. I like to Oban. I used to camp there. Was it Gavin Gavin or something? There used to be a campsite up there. That's showing my age away. So I camped up there on the what's now the car park. I no, I've not. Well, plans to go to the islands. To me, I've been to Great Cumbria a couple of times, and I like that. I might go to Oban. No, what the hell am I saying? Arden. I'd love to do a good few days in Arden. I know people there, so I know all the good spots. Uh, you never know. If I go up north, I might even hit Oban again because I've got a liking for the Molly Kintyre, especially that curry shop in Campbellton. Aye, Fraser, you like your Angus burgers as well. Aye, anytime I'm going for here up past Ayr, I the car park. I mean, I go in there for an Angus burger, go into Burger King for an Angus burger. If it's late in the day, but if it's early for breakfast, I'll go to the Greggs round the corner because you can get a baguette with bacon and a coffee for less than a fiver. I but I don't go to the one next to that Subway. I To be quite honest, they stitched us up. They saw an older guy and stitched us up, and the grub was absolutely crap. So I won't be going back to that, will I? How's Morag tonight? Well, you can see she's been a bloody pest. Get to She's nothing but almost bloody nerves all night. And the cat is sitting out there, quite the thing. Well, he's no sitting, he's in his cat house out there. Let's see. Morag, just step aside a minute. So let's see. Yeah, you can see him there. That's his cat house. And here she comes up. She's a little bugger at times. Evening, all this. Did I get up to anything at Christmas? Oh, yeah, got a good bivvy. I didn't do much. I had a few walks. Nothing. Yeah, I didn't want to do anything. I'll be honest. After Christmas Day, I was full. I was fully food. I had to drink, drink, drink to get myself back to normal. Get to the Outer Hebrides, Betty Hill. I, I've been there. I've been in Betty Hill many years ago. I got to the last in Tara. Come away from it. Barra has a great curry shop too. Away you go. If I was going, I've been to Lewis for a day, but I never got down to Barra, and it's one I would like to because I got feelings about certain things down there. Uh, you're taking the mick. Come on, you're taking the bloody mick. I'm interested in anything aside from outdoor camping and van life. Uh, well, I do photography, as you know. I also volunteer. I work for, well, one of the directors of, and one of the volunteers that does the work for a listening ear. A listening ear, we take referrals about people that are lonely and isolated, and we'll get a volunteer to befriend them, phone them, talk to them, give them some company. I We also go into care homes and do the same in there, and provide friendly cops. What was a friendly cop? I That's where we hire a place and we got all these people to come in and we'll have a wee social. Uh, and we've also taken another group under our wing now. Part of us is NODA. No one dies alone. Now, what these volunteers do is if somebody's terminal or palliative, as we like to say, they'll befriend them. And when the end comes, they'll sit with them. If they have no family, they'll quite happy to sit with somebody as they're taking their final journey. Uh, I don't do that myself, but I will eventually. Uh, so that's what I do. I'm in the University of the Third Age, which is a posh old folks club. Nah, it's just that we're a wee bit more active than playing bloody bingo. With that, I do genealogy. I'm very much into genealogy, trace my family, right back to the 1600s even. I Another thing with the University of the Third Age, we have a supper club. I Well, it's not a supper club, it's a social eating group, and we all go out in a group and go to restaurants. Monday night, we have the Stout Fellows Club. That's a few of the mates meet up in the pub and we drink to all hours, totally in politically incorrect, and just enjoy ourselves and just be ourselves. Anyway, that's what I get up to. I've been to the Outer Hebrides once. I went for Skye. My my wife had an aunt who lived in Skye, and we took the boat over and had a day. That was a great trip. Vermin control. You're asking about putting a lesser battery in. I I have plans. I My first trade when I left school was electromechanical engineer. Uh, so I understand all the maths and algebra behind all that stuff. I I'm thinking of changing my stuff. I One of the things I want is a different bed, but I'll have to get it specially made because I want it a special way so I can get all the crap underneath. And hopefully I might get some sponsorship for something instead of for the other side of the bed. I and if I get the bed designed, I'm thinking of a pull out with still plenty of room underneath. Because you see with my bed, I put extensions on so I can get the toilet underneath. I I I will be looking at a lot of different things. And leisure batteries could be one. At the moment, I'm using these generators, but they've not got the power that a leisure battery has. And also, I've got well, without going too technical, yeah, I'm thinking. I'm also considering, but won't promise anything, for one of these diesel heaters. I think it might have to be external. Pull out, put down, fire up. I'd be happier with that than having something like that running inside with me. Uh, just means that it can be stolen, but I'd like to see somebody try. Like I say, if I catch somebody buggering around the van, I'll run the buggers out. I can see that's ended up in court. I've missed some of the stuff. Ah, I think I missed some of the stuff. Ah, let's see. Greece for the Netherlands. Thanks, John. Remember that one. Kelly's Pier. Tunnel. Tunnel. Hey, come on, I can pronounce that. Tunnel. Oh, yeah. I think I know where that is. Thanks, Elaine. I'd like to think it would make a difference with the charity work. It's something to do. We've got a lot of charity stuff down here, and we've got some amazing stuff. Yasmin, she can't understand anything. There might be a translator at the bottom you can get. 3 stone stacks. Somebody was on the other day about stones. I thought it was something to do with the ancient fishing pond. I ancient fish trap. I but yeah, that's how we out in the point. Yeah, that's what I think it is. I think I put a thing up. I can't remember where I read it, but I think I read it. There had been a fish trap out there. Uh, they're Neolithic almost. Worth having look them up. You'll see what they are. Someone, yeah, I'm doing fine today. Otto said he'd like to try charity work, but still caught up with schoolwork. Look, mate, get your schoolwork done first. That's most important. The better you do at school, the better the job you get, the more money you've got. Then you've got more time to enjoy it. And that's the time to do charity work. Live your life. Charity work, wait till your kids are away. That's a long time away. You've not even started yet, probably. Wait till your kids are away and then start. But and there's plenty of time and you'll enjoy it. It gives you something to do. Have I ever thought of a tent box? I wouldn't have one in a lucky bag. 10 boxes. The amount of folk that'll put one in their car and try one once. Look, the first bit of wind you get, they'll blow you off the face of the earth. They're up high in a high wind. Uh, and, well, I wouldn't even touch one with a barge pole, although I know some people that swear by them. No, I don't know anybody that swears by them. They don't like to try it. And Ash, oh, she's throwing some money my way. Thanks, Ash. I appreciate that. I really do. I I've got to put a lot of money to. I'm going to be developing the van a wee bit. I because if it's in better the more I can do, the more videos I can make, the more enjoyment I can have. One of my big projects is I'm going to put a window at the front door uh, with a slide in it so I can get to the handle. That's in the passenger side luggage door into the main bit of the van. I I'm going to do that, but I'll put a cover over it so you can't see in, and that's to stop anybody thinking that there's anybody in the van. Somebody asking me about the attacks. I'm not aware of that. It might be someone in another country. There's all sorts of taxes about, isn't there? I've am in control. Thanks. We need more comments like that because I did think, well, the lowest things can burn is 2 kilowatts, and I thought, you know, it just didn't. That sounded like a lot. I was going to get one of these heaters that work off the wee canisters that I use, but I've heard so much about them. Although it shouldn't affect me because I have that. Oh, bloody dog! What's it done now? You bugger! She's caused a bit of bother. Let me check things. Yeah, destroyed my mouse thing. She stood on it, a little sod. Uh, oh, I'll try to fix it. I've got another one if it doesn't work out. I'll take the one out of the van. Aye. I These cookers that run off these heaters that run off the uh, these wee cylinders. But I've heard that there's a trouble with it, carbon monoxide. Aye, well, somebody's drinking faster than me, but I've got this bloody dog to play with. Excuse me a moment. That fucking dog's gone next door. Come here. You've caused bother. You're a pain in the arse. Come here. Come here. Through. Come here. Get going. Mm. No, she's been a pest. She's been a pain. She'll probably bark a bit, but she'll quieten down. Ah. Oh, yeah. You sleep peacefully. Thank you very much. With my health problems and that, the good thing is I'm now sleeping better. I can sleep like a normal person, and that's brilliant. I, yeah, it's helped a bit. Robert, you got one of these roof boxes. Can stand 40 miles. Ah, fair dues. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The trouble is, it's 40 miles where we live isn't very much. But, you just make things do. I bought a lot of things that didn't work out. It's just children cracking jokes. Evening from Wales. Ah, I've been to Barry Island. I once got offered a job in Wales. Didn't fancy it. Well, that's not right. I did fancy it. It was good money and it was a good career move. But my mother was on the way out at the time. So, Oh, aye. Michael, I wonder if that's true. If I put a window in the van, the road tax drops. I'll have to talk about that. Dave, you're just showing off. You've had 3 beers. Oh, well, I suppose I better try to catch up. I better get that pipe lit. Um, Paul's asking about if I've checked what the government's put my road tax up to. Paul, I think it was about, because it's a van and not a car, I think they put it up to about 350. I will have look, I'll be honest. I'm not going to bother about that till it hits me. The money's there. Uh, and the government's nothing but a bunch of thieving bandits. I'll have an MOT, which wouldn't be any problem. I I go to I only go to MOT places when I can. The ah the guy isn't prone to cheating folk, and there's very few of them about. So I want to spill the beans. If you know me privately and know my email and you live locally, I'll tell you where I go. But I'm not putting it up on here. And if it's private and it's over a phone, I'll tell you where not to go. Because there's a couple of robbing bastards. And I mean that. Hmm. I should do a live chat maybe once a month. what I will say is I'll do more of them. I'll do more of them because it gives us a chance to get together and what have you. Yeah, I'll do more, but I won't do once a month. I won't make it a habit. I could take advice on that. I mean, see, I've had advice before and ignored it and probably damaged the channel, especially with a. I can't remember the name of the other channel that I got picked up on. I could use that more, but I don't. Uh, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Aye, now can I pronounce that? And I'm an Irish background. Whelan's the second name. They're sitting there, got their feet up, and they're having a cuppa. Aye, that's the best way. You didn't always need to have drink. Does help though sometimes. The reason I've got drink is to keep me going. John Perry. Are you recommending tartan campers? Naturally, that's where I had the camper van off. When I was on that television programme. Uh, that was fun, but that was the year before last. That was that was real fun. And I got the tartan camper van. Their work is good, and they're good people. You go in there, and you didn't feel there's any salesman style. They're working men, and that's all they are. And they're doing a job, making a wage, providing a service. I you're you're talking about getting chest pains and what have you with Amazon here. I think it'll probably be the same here. I've heard nothing but bad reports about it. It's a green thing, and you put one of these canisters inside it. You use for the good fire system. I no, I wouldn't. And as you see, somebody else has told me. Somebody else that I speak to a lot has told me that in a wee van like mine, where you've not got much physical space, it gets hot too quick. Even in the lowest setting, and I can see that. I've got to work out something. I've got to find something, but I don't know what it's going to be. And Ash's, aye, that's where I found. What's it called? The other one, TikTok. Aye, I think it's TikTok. Aye. You like my wee Willie, huh? No, I won't bring merchandise out. It's too much work. Uh, I'll be honest, I'm toiling sometimes. I, but as I say, my health's changing tremendously. I've discovered it's something else that I've had for years. One of the side things is lack of energy. And I had to really dig deep into it because it would have been a specialist to find it. I never thought anything of the the problem I was having. Basically, you'll notice in the summer my hands, well, you can see a wee bit there. I sort of formed my albinism, and I've got it elsewhere in my body. seemingly it's got a fancy name, and there's two types here. I've got the lesser, and basically one of the side effects is that I can't understand why. One of the side effects is that you've got you've not got energy. Strange. Uh, I I do like to share stories. I know that a lot of them are personal experiences or something that I know has been true. I'm very careful because there's a lot of stuff on the net. What do they call it? Oh, it's got a fancy name. You, you you get these guys that say X, Y, and Z is going to happen in my video. It's going to be a frigging disaster. Oh, hey, disaster, my back end. Yeah, bait fishing or something. It's to me, it's just a joke. Uh, but I'm very careful. I am very, very careful with the stories. So most of them are either related to me living up, my family coming up, or uh, things that had happened when I was working, and I'll change everything round so you can identify it. Mm, this bloody lighter. I don't think it likes me. I just have to keep going till it decides to like me. Aye, that's right, Cleo. Somebody, you're a doon hammer. uh, a doon hammer. Now that's somebody Dumfries, if I remember rightly. I've actually looked at working in Dumfries at one time. As you gather, I wasn't a very happy person. I looked at working a lot of places. I got offered some good jobs too. This bloody thing. Ah, I'm just trying to see there's no lighters lying about. This lighter is going to get chucked. Look at that. It nearly worked. That someplace works. Aye, that was Christian Kieran. He did a thing and it just went wild. Oh, I've been wild ever since. I enjoy this. I've had quite a good run out of it. By the way, I'm not making money. So, mm, no, I'm not making much money. Some people think I am, but let's put it this way. I'm covering expenses. And the amount I'm making, it's not going to be. There is people making money on YouTube, but what they're doing is way beyond it. And there is other channels I could go on, but I'm quite happy just doing along. I'm enjoying myself. It gives me something to do. I'm not sitting here watching the telly or just watching the clock. By the way, I've got a new clock. I I'm not just watching the clock to find the next time to take more I get. Yeah, I do talk to Colin Russell. Colin, we're talking about having a meet up at some point. I maybe him and his tribe. Christ, they're mental. The kid I'd really like to meet up with, but he's no longer there, was Big Stuart. I liked him. I'll meet up with Denson Ranger and Michelle and Spike. Michelle's no longer got the channel because some bugger flew in, hacked her, and took her down, which is a great shame. Aye, there's a thing going on in Dumfries and Galloway now. They're trying to get a new national park, basically covering the Galloway Forest and a lot more. And some people want it, some people don't. I'm not going to get involved in that. I'm just watching carefully to see who comes out of the woodwork because there are certain people that, if they're going to run it, it'd be a bad idea. Uh, what I will say is, I've been doing a lot of walks, so I know a lot about how each group look after the land. I and I see what's went wrong elsewhere. I'm not going to get involved in it at the moment. I want to make my own mind up. There's too many people throwing red herrings about to try and get folk to come out of the woodwork. I'll wait and see what happens, and then I'll decide whether I'm in favour of it or not. Happy New Year. Thanks, young. And the same with Dennis Ponty. Happy New Year to you, sir. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's better. Somebody coming for Spain. John Perry said it's Stuart, the Scottish Wanderer, was his favourite YouTuber, but sadly, no longer does it. That's a shame of Big Stuart. Hope he'll come back. I think he's working like a bear. What backy am I flimming smoking? It's Black Irish. I can't remember. It's Hogarth or somebody, and it comes in a roll, and you've got to cut it with your knife and rub it up. It's a right black, heavy smoke, but I find it quite mild. Your ordinary tobaccos, I just can't stand. I think they're too much like cigarettes. I hate cigarettes. And I might have a go at growing this. That's a good smoke. You can actually chew this tobacco if you want, if you like. It's one of them. And you can't get tobacco anymore in the shops. There's no shops around about yourself. You go on the internet, and you can get it delivered the next day, provided you put the order in before 3 o'clock. Black Swan, that's where to go to for that. And they've got everything. Even got snuff, if you want to try snuff. Somebody's put something up in Spanish, but I see Festus, festival. I don't know what that says. I'll run it through. I'll run it tomorrow and find out. I do things like that. Aye, it's been a good year. I was talking about charity there, and we've got a charity shop, second-hand clothes. And with this being a reasonably affluent area, the stuff that goes in there is good. But it's not that. This charity shop is run by the local people. And last year, I think it put something like £80,000 back into local charities. Yeah, that is something. It's amazing what you find in the wee charity shop. It's in the main street in Wigton. And, oh, some of the bargains I've had out of there, unbelievable. But then again, twice a year they have a handout, and anybody that's getting a grant's getting £500. And sometimes there's emergency handouts. I, they are a really, it's one of the best charity groups that I've ever known. And it's all run by local women, and they're just sitting in there happily running a charity shop, talking to folk. They've got their coffee. The difference with the charity that I'm involved with is you can sit in your own house and do it. As long as you're in Great Britain, because there has to be background checks, you could work for a listening ear in Dumfries and Galloway. All you need to do is you sit there, cup of coffee in one hand, the phone on, and chat to somebody for half an hour. That's a nice volunteer job. You don't need to drive anywhere. You didn't need to interact if something's just not right. Yeah, think about it. That's a good one. Somebody's dad was peach brandy. That's Hogarth does stuff like that. Ha, Jude, if I can help anybody in this world, I'll do it. It's a saying that you never look down on anybody unless you're giving them a hand up. It's nice to hear that your other half is a pipe smoker as well. I'm bit of burning right yet. There's a shop in Paisley that sells baccy. I think I saw that on the internet, but I'm lucky I managed to. I was amazed at how this is it black or white swan, one of the two. I was amazed that I actually got it the next day. In fact, I ordered on Monday and I got it yesterday. Aye. Jessie, I was talking to her yesterday, sitting behind the counter in the charity shop, talking away. I heard that Jessie got the MB last year. MBE. Good on her. Nice people. A lot of them were nice people. Oh, sure did used to smoke conda. So did I. When I was working, I was smoking conda bar. Again, cutting it with a knife. I wouldn't be bothered. They like tobaccos. Ah! And then some Rangers in there. I agree. The campsite near Auchenlary, I've actually mentioned it earlier. Uh, that is a really, really good one. Now, if I go there as my van is, I'll have to pretend I'm camping. I've been told by somebody who used to run a campsite that they can't let my van in if I'm sleeping in it. I, but as you know, I've got one of these summit tents I can just throw up, make it look good. No, they folk would mind, but it's legislation. And all it takes is some idiot to flame and decide to come down and do a check for the appropriate department. It mightn't be somebody that I know. First for the club bar, right? Yeah, oh, you guys know where it is. Nina, hello. Fraser Dunlop's chucked something in. Thank you, Fraser. You're a good lad. Every little helps. Somebody else, Fraser again, talking about the tobacco shop in here. That's it. You know, he went back in time, and I don't mean far away, and every bloody shop had plenty tobacco. It's just everything's locked. Everything's stopped. And 1U4 has said cheers and ho. Now, thank you everybody that's run some doshan. I, as I said, I've got projects this year. Uh, I think now we know that van's been an experiment and it's done well. It's livable. Hmm. Aye, the van's livable. But I think I've got to go forward. Uh, as I say, the first job will be a new seat bed conversion. I then the window, and then I'll have to think about someone in place of that a sideboard that I put in. It might be all right because we'll just see what happens. I if I'd hope to get some sponsorship for that. Then the window, put the window in, and then I'll be looking at a. I don't know whether I need a leisure battery. Look, put the leisure battery and the heater on hold. I'll probably think it's some other way by the morning comes, I did some ranging. You're confirming what I'd heard. Good. Yeah, we'll do it. The person that told me used to run a campsite, but they were doing this. Vicky, I had a fantastic Christmas. I heard Ballochdy was up for sale, but as far as I know, it's still running. I've got an invite to go up there whenever. Uh, Now, if you're up there at Three Locks or Ballochdy, there's another place. It's one of these airs, and it's Frugaldom. You come along for Three Locks, and instead of turning down to Ballochdy, you turn left, and Frugaldom is up there on the right, and it can take four vans. It's a animal sanctuary, and they're very nice people. And it's they've got goats, horses, cats. God knows what. Actually, they're friends of mine. Aye, and it's a nice cheap stop off. Aye, I don't think they like dogs because they've got a lot. You'll see them on YouTube. They've got a lot of nightlife cameras, and you've got everything comes. You've got adders there. You've got pine martens. You've got blinking badgers, foxes. The lot come into that place, uh, and you can sit at night in certain huts and just wait for it. Now, there's a place to think about. Frugaldom, it's called. I think there'll be a few more pipe smokers around. I did some ranger. He's got to do a video. Now, I know his van, it's top of the range, but I know he's been toying with trying to get it right uh, so he can be full time with the power. Uh, Now he's putting a video up next week. Now, that should be interesting, especially any of the caravanners that are here. Get onto that and give that a go uh, because the guy knows what he's talking about. Aye, Paul. Yes, we all know about Denson Rangers campfires. I've been at them. Bags and bags of logs. Can roast a bloody ox. That's van life in Berman control. He's away to work. God, oh, it's getting that time. Aye, he's away to work. So he's saying hi. We might catch up sometime. You never know. You can hear about us. Of course, it's bloody Guinness. Do you drink anything else? Yeah. I saw you were. I saw you were about last week out with the bikes. Were you on holiday? Aye, and I do still like the bucky, but you're behind the times. I'm onto the port now. It's slightly cheaper, and it's considered to be more acceptable to the faint-hearted. It's actually quite nice. I'm getting it for about 9.75 a bottle at the co-op. It's good stuff. It's as good as a bucky, so I'll be going out of that till the price goes up. Right, Alan. Who's Marion? Here's a shout for Marion. I used to go with a Marion. That was Turriff and Dundee. That was many years ago. I think I was 17. That was the yesterday, was it? I didn't have 60 bloody year. Anyway, you have a good one, Marion. Your mum, thanks. Is your mum Marion like? Oh, mm, oh, I think we'll have to. How long have we been running? We'll give it to the 2 hours, and then I'll head for it. I'll hit a little more ago, and I'll have to hoover the floor again because that ball I was showing, she's burst it and it's everywhere. Then I'll have to fix the damage to the computer she caused. Uh, she's not my best friend at the moment. This guy is, oh. You like it? Hello. I got him at the charity shop. Hey. Yeah, he sits in the window. I got a clock at the charity shop yesterday. One of these glass enclosed ones. Gave them a tenner for it. What the hell, a lot there. Oh, what's the pipe? I haven't a bloody clue. But if I could get more of them, I would. I get them through the internet, eBay. I've got 4 or 5 pipes up there on the mantelpiece. Uh, some of them are quite good, but this one is my favourite because I can get it in my hand, no bother. And all my favourite ones have got a wee bent in them. I There's so many pipes in the market. You know, what I'm going, I keep trying on eBay. I see Petersons with silver mountains, and I always put in ridiculous bids, but always get knocked out. But one of these Sundays, I'll come away with one for about 25 quid or something. I'll be quite happy. Uh, no, that's the place to get your pipes. There's loads of them. Because if you go to a pipe shop, like one of the pipes I've got up there, I think I paid about £22 for it. And I saw it brand new and it was over 200. So that's where I get the pipes and I give them a wee clean. And it's all part of the fun. And anyway, a well worn pipe runs better than a new one. So there's a wee bit for the guys. Hope that's back of your smoking. Well, let's put it this way: in this village, I don't think I'd have to travel far to get some of that stuff. Are you listening, lads? I'll get stopped in the street for making that comment in the morning. It's no more. I've seen that. A wee bit too old. And Ellen there said they're going to toast my Roman on New Year's Eve. That'd be a good place to have a visit in New Year's. Living and working in Edinburgh. That's the biggest New Year's party in the world. I was working with the council, I used to get up to the thing for now. We got first dibs on the tickets. That was some party, that New Year's Eve party in Edinburgh. I used to go to them as a young man. Oh, it was, oh yes, it was great. Mm. Aye, after the pheasant shoot, you hit the port. Aye, I was a shooter myself until I came down here and couldn't get anywhere to shoot, so I had to give up my guns. I was involved with clubs and what have you. Uh, Something I missed. I tried archery down here, but there was problems. I still got a catapult though, and I sometimes put it up in the back green and hear a wee blast. If you're a shooter, you're a dedicated projectile pusher. I definitely was a dedicated projectile pusher. I loved it. I never really did this and shooting. I was always in a what used to rough shooting or pest control. I did a lot of that. I've been on some fancy estates clearing rabbits. A lot of them I can't name because it was to be kept confidential. I went on to one estate. We were there for ah, I was there for what, 2 nights, 3 nights? I can't remember. 3 days. And we took off 820 rabbits. And that was using air guns. Uh, aye, that was uh, I'm repairing the damage that Morax caused to the computer. I thought I'll fix the bother. Aye, used to like shooting, but just can't get it anymore. I've heard there was a gun range up in Dalry, but I was looking for something, close at home. I would have been happy if I had got permission for a farmer and kept the kept the vermin down. I don't like deer shooting and that sort of thing. It's too easy, and that's no me boasting because I'm a bloody good shot. Uh, Robert, you're an air rifle. I had a Titan Manitou. I swore by it. And I had ferrets. Uh, when my daughter was a kid, we had ferrets. Uh, we, well, she worked as a kid, probably underage, at one of the rescue centres for RSPCA. And I used to get phoned on a Saturday at dinner time by the manager. Aye. Fiona's got her eye on so and so. I had ferrets, I had snakes, I had rats, I had God knows what. The room was a bloody menagerie. Then one of the snakes went missing. I found it 3 weeks later when I got hungry, out on top of the bed waiting for me to pick it up to feed it. Fucker. When full, it was up. I'll be open all the year round. It's got an all-year license. Uh, I've got campsites next to me. I've got one of them that's open all the year, and I don't think. Well, they had quite a few, but the wee campsite in Garliston, it's a lot of folk. Go to it, come back, and come back, and come back. Uh, they're there practically the whole time. Uh, it's a wee social group, really. Well, you've said the wrong thing. Well, I take it you're thinking of heading to Glentrool. I don't know what a wee pub will be down the road. I'd imagine it wouldn't be too bad because if you're out in the country, you wouldn't be getting the buggers driving to it. Because it's a fair taxi ride out as well. That could be quite quiet. But mind you, if I'm wrong, it'll be the exact bloody opposite. There's a wee pub near Glentrool campsite. Uh, House in the Hill, they call it. It's got a very good reputation. Yeah. Very good reputation. And you get a very good meal in it. Bit expensive, but what isn't it nowadays? Anyway, that's just done 2 hours. I'm knackered. I want to get into the port. So I'll just say to everybody, thanks very much for coming round and having a chat. I'm going to get this pipe working, get the port out, and then I'm going to fall asleep in front of the telly. I bet that surprised you. Yeah, I will definitely think about doing these open mics again. The man there, Denson Ranger, he does open mics all the time. Uh, so, it's worth thinking about. Anyway, I'll say tatty bye, and I'll see you in the next one. Well, I'll see you the next couple of weeks. But thanks for coming. Catch up soon, folks. Right, let's see how